Every plant tells a story. Choose a plant and watch it change. Share its story. Timing is everything. Join Project BudBurst. Welcome. Project BudBurst is a national citizen science field campaign that engages the public in the collection of data about the timing of leafing, flowering, and fruiting of plants. Our extensive network of participants, collaborators, and partners across the United States are the backbone of the program. The mission of Project BudBurst is to engage people from all walks of life in ecological research by asking them to share their observations of changes in plants through the seasons. We've composed a short haiku to make it easy to remember our mission. People watching plants, contributing to research. Join Project BudBurst. Project BudBurst is all about phenology. Well, what is phenology? Phenology is the science that measures the timing of life cycle events for organisms such as plants and animals. Scientists that study phenology examine the relationships between seasons and climate and the timing of biological events. What is a phenophase? A phenophase is a distinct event in the life cycle of plants and animals. In Project BudBurst, we're interested in the phenophases of plants. Some examples of plant phenophases include leafing, flowering, and fruiting. The graphic showed here depicts examples of phenophases in the life cycle of an apple tree. The first leaf phenophase is followed by all leaves unfolded, flowering, and so on around the circle until the phenophases begin again. For a real-world example, let's look at the relationship between English oaks and pied flycatchers. The expected timing of events is that English oak trees leaf out, moth larvae hatch, and feed on the oak leaves. Then, as they migrate north, the pied flycatchers eat the moth larvae. In recent years, however, English oaks have begun leafing out 2 weeks earlier than expected. The moth larvae are also hatching 2 weeks earlier and still feeding on the oak leaves. What do you think has happened with the pied flycatchers? Unfortunately, the timing of pied flycatcher migration has not changed to match that of the moth larvae. As a result, there are fewer larvae available for the pied flycatchers to eat, and their populations have begun to decline. When daylight and other cues change, the relationships between plants and animals can be disrupted. The more dependent the organisms are on these relationships, the more likely they are to be affected by climate change. Participants in Project BudBurst record the timing of plant life cycle events. All they need to do is to pay attention to the plants in their world. To get started, simply select a plant, describe where it lives, make observations of your plant, and report your observations to Project BudBurst. Scientists need your observations. By focusing more eyes on the landscape, Project BudBurst can paint a clearer picture of changing environments and climates. Scientists can use the Project BudBurst data to learn more about the responses of plants to changes in climate. Dr. Kay Havens of the Chicago Botanic Garden has analyzed first flowering dates for 7 species common to the Chicago area. She compared the data from Project BudBurst with historical data and observed that first flowering dates have advanced between 5 and 24 days. Many people have participated in Project BudBurst already. Join our growing team and contribute your data today. People watching plants, contributing to research. Join Project BudBurst.